Well, it's that time again. Outer Points Productions is about to go live with another Knockout Challenge match. Join me, Little Cheddar, and my guest live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, as we will be delivering some of the best mediocre commentary in the business. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the match, and don't forget to jump in the chat and say hello. Please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you right after this word from our fabulous sponsors.
Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Outer Points Productions. This is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz, and I don't know if you recognize that guy over there. He's got a hat on. You know what? Let me zoom in just a little bit. We call him Barry Dingle, a.k.a. Tom Joss, is in the booth tonight to gracing us with his presence. What a pleasure this is, huh?
Yeah, for you it's a pleasure.
So, wait, I have something for that. We got to wait for the crowd to stop laughing. But anyway, we've got a 2.1 match. You can't see it up there because somebody forgot to put it on the wall over there next to the restroom. Right over there. That'd be me. But anyway, we are actually in round 2. That's not right either. But, yeah, well, whatever. 2.1. Round 2. Tim Schotz. Mike Misevicz. This is for some cash. So if whoever wins this match is guaranteed some money back and a chance at, I think first place is somewhere around $2,000.
So the winner of this goes on to semifinals?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yep. We started out with 16 players. We're down to, well, this is the second last match of round 2. I don't know what it is. I've got so many KO matches going on right now. Yeah, great to have you here, Tom.
I know.
All right. I'm going to leave you in the very incapable hands of Tom Joss. I am going to go out and chat with the players very briefly because I don't want him touching anything while I'm gone.
Oh, little does he know.
So pray for us. That's all I'm asking. Everybody in the chat, just
There's going to be unsubscribers.
pray.
This whole thing is getting shut down tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty much counting on it. I'm already looking for a new job after today, so.
Maybe you can get a job at the zoo circumcising elephants. I hear the pay isn't much, but the tips are big. Looks like Tim won the lag. Chad Johnson, how we doing? Sean, how you doing, buddy?
All right. So, thanks to, I believe it was Sean Johnson last night, before we got the power outage, he had mentioned about he's OCD. And it drove him nuts that the 8-ball was on the outside of the scoreboard. He's like, why don't you just push them all together and then put the name on the outside? So, Sean Johnson, you're a jerk. Because it took me 15, 20 minutes to recreate that scoreboard. Actually, I like the idea. I think it was a really good idea. It just it does make more sense. So, we started out last night, obviously with the stream or the power outage. I couldn't get through a description of exactly what's going on tonight. You see all of those sponsor logos on each one of the pockets, other than the upper left, which is Gary Tesh. Just the person that wanted to donate. At the end of this game, I'll put it on the table for you to see for the Pockets for a Purpose. August 23rd of this year is our fourth annual Ronald McDonald House Charity Fundraiser. We're doing here at Varsity Club. So all of those logos have graciously committed to donating a dollar amount every time that the winning ball is pocketed in their pocket. So you'll see the rest of that a little bit. It's and again, it was not my idea at all.
That's awesome.
Somebody else came up with the idea, and I absolutely love it. So
I don't doubt you didn't come up with it.
Oh, that's there's not much going on there on that table, is there? Huh. There's not even balls on it. Something went funky. Just like every other night on the stream. Looks like we might be without our long view tonight. That's okay. You can just sit and look at us. And I'd like to apologize ahead of time for that as well. So Tim's got a funky little angle on the 7-ball and against the rail. So Tom, as a 375 Fargo, how would you play this shot? Or would you be able to?
I think he's looking at possibly taking that 7 all the way down in the corner, I think, to hold for that 4.
That's tricky.
It's not going to do him any good to take it in the side unless he can slow roll that in there.
That might not hit a rail. That might not hit a rail.
Oh.
Nope. I see what he was trying to do.
Yep.
That's the only way you could really hold for that 4-ball.
Correct.
So that's the way you would have played too? Is
I
give your opponent ball in hand?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, good choice.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
You don't get to be 375 Fargo for nothing.
You've gotten really good at it.
Thank you.
I've seen you play.
Thank you. Glad to know I got a fan out there who's watching.
Isn't that late? Tracy, your wife? What's going on, Steve Kilberg? And Fred Renner, of course, being the #1 fan tonight. Howdy, Chad Johnson, Adam Granatella, Jamie Cools, what's going on? Kyle Vertel, we're not going to talk to him. Todd Foles, we're not going to talk to him. Should we talk to Todd Foles?
Todd's a good dude.
Yeah,
Good evening, Todd.
Todd's a pretty good dude. He was in here and doing
way to backtrack on that.
better commentary. No buffering in Wapaka. Good for you, Kyle. What's happening, Sean Hanna?
Ron Jones in the chat.
Do you recognize this Lacey Tajeshki?
You want me hooked on phonics cards?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
His name sounds somewhat familiar. I don't know who that is. Tyler Stilted, what's going on?
If only there was an easier last name you could have, like Schotz.
Yeah. No doubt. Have you ever informed Tim that he has like the best last name for a pool player?
He knows. He knows. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Pool, drinking. It all works.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think of that part. The shots part.
The simplest things that just leave you speechless, Dale, just amaze me.
I don't get it.
Ooh, nice bank by Tim.
Yep. Right there is our long view, everybody. And there's absolutely no balls on the table, so there's something going on there. All right, for game number 1, and
down it goes.
Some more money from Gary Tesh. So here's what I was talking about, everybody. We're going to leave it right on that view. Here is the pockets for a purpose. As I had mentioned, every time the game-winning ball drops, the sponsor of that pocket adds that amount to the grand total, raising the stakes with every win. So right now, Gary Tesh is at $40 because the 8-ball just went in there. So that brings our total up to $149 already. That's in only one match. One match and one game. So a shout out to all the sponsors, Gary Tesh. Vincent Didio, of course, is still at 0. Dumper Dan from Dan Welch from Dumper Dan's Charter. Todd Holzer from On the Hill. Michael Taylor from Cue It Up, and Jeremy West from Diamond Billiards. So thank you, guys.
How many people has the Vince Didio Memorial Pocket
Screwed over,
if you will? I mean, it's no wonder he doesn't have any money. Nobody can make a ball.
I tell you what, it's funny because that pocket has ruined more dreams and, I mean, just wrecked so many good matches. Ridiculous. He should be really ashamed of himself.
Well, who came up with that?
Let's move along, folks. Well, that is not what Tim Schotz wanted.
Yeah, this isn't easy here.
Did he make a stripe or a solid?
Stripe.
All right. Oh, what a kick
Great
shot.
shot.
You know, thanks to Trevor Simpson, our instant replay wasn't ready. So now we missed that shot. You can watch it again on your screen there. But
That was tougher than a yellow toenail, and Tim executed it good.
I'm sorry, what? So, Tougher than what?
A yellow toenail.
Wow. You people wonder why I was afraid to have him in the booth.
Got a few more hours of this. Buckle up.
Sean Hanna says, thanks, Lacey, for dressing Tim today. What's going on, Randy Parlick? Steven, we know. We're just giving her a hard time.
Some people take
Vano,
that so serious.
hello to you. Anonymous, does the scoreboard work? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, no shit, it does. Cool. I love it when people do that. Does it work? Sure. Sean Johnson. That scoreboard looks awesome. I'll bet. Great idea. Good evening, Justin Ellingson. Yeah, Sean, I mean, seriously, look, just take a look at this guy. You know? He actually looks like a presentable human being. First time I've seen it. Good to have you here, Barry. I have no idea what Tim Schotz is doing here. Because that's not going to go past the 7 in the side. Tried getting behind the 8 ball.
I didn't look at the screen good enough. Did he have a chance to cut that past the 8, or wouldn't that go?
Some lady at the bottom says, that's a good-looking co-host you got there, Dale. Why does she... Wait a second. Wait a second.
Thank you, Tracy Jaws.
Who is it?
I don't know what kind of prize you win, but there'll be something special for you. You okay?
Wait, I don't have a sound effect for throwing up. Hang on a second. That's about close enough. Yeah, sorry for your misfortune.
Well, that made absolutely no sense.
Miss Joss.
Jesus. You're as useless as pedals on a wheelchair.
Here we go. Pedals on a wheel. Where is Bill Larson when you need him? I'm sure he's out there somewhere. He just didn't want to say hi. All right. I'm assuming Mike's going to use this 1 ball to bust out his 2 ball. Come 1 rail and right into that pack. Drive it all apart. Or, that's another option. Just miss it completely and leave Tim with nothing to shoot at. That's not a bad option either. I'm assuming that's the way you would have played it.
Exactly how I would have played it.
Corey Scheider says, Tracy, you drinking again? Yeah, that's...
Good job, Corey Scheider. You're in a timeout for the rest of the evening.
We have that power.
I know
so
we
you
do.
know, Corey. I actually have the mute button, or I got my finger on the mute button for Tom's microphone, too. So, well, just give me a thumbs up, folks.
Oh, sure, Corey. Good evening, Tom. Nice job. Nice cover.
Oh, Mrs. Joss even thinks that I'm... Oh, she thinks I'm jealous. Look at this shot. Oh, so close.
What would you do here in your limited knowledge of the game? Would you bank that 2 out to try and get it out of there right away, or?
You think I'm gonna actually keep talking to you? I am in the midst of trying to fix a camera. Let's talk to yourself. Is that what you're talking about? Doing it that way?
It is not.
Okay.
It worked for him.
For who? For Tim?
Well,
I don't think it really worked for Mike.
No, it didn't work for Mike. I don't think he intended that to. I thought he was going to bank it back, straight back
That's kind of what I thought he was going to do. He may have missed
into
it.
the cue it up pocket there.
Right. I think he may have missed it bad enough where. So I think Tim can put this in the side pocket, right? It goes past the 3. Give you a different angle, maybe. Ooh,
It's
that
tight.
might not go. Oh, he's kicking it. So if he can kick it, then where does the third? I mean, is he going to come 2 rails with the cue ball after this, or? Interesting. It's not a bad idea.
Nope. Boy, now the way he played that, I don't know. That's still very tight in that side pocket.
I think if that was I understand what he was doing to block
Absolutely.
the pocket for Mike, but I think he's going to have a really tough time hitting that 13 ball after this. Man, I wish I had a camera over there, but I don't. As close as we can get. Get a nice picture of Mr. Dingle.
I don't know how you're supposed to do a professional job when half of your stuff isn't working in here.
Half?
Substandard.
It's only one thing that isn't working.
Yeah, you're sitting right to the left of me.
What are you doing? Yeah, you
I'm
got
sitting here looking
you
good.
got your hands under the countertop. Yeah, better.
Don't be jelly.
Show of hands here. Well, that was a heck of a shot. Unfortunately, he ended up with absolutely nothing for this 8 ball. So, folks, if you see me throughout the broadcast with this camera or this camera, and I'm blinking, if I blink like 3 times in a row, could you just please send help? That's all I'm asking. So, like 3 times really fast. Sean Hanna says I'm getting an education. It's not even, doesn't even say education. It's edumation. The hell is that, Sean? Getting an edumation tonight. Love you, Sean. Like a root canal. Sean Hanna says my match with Jesse Bowman popped up on YouTube last
I
night.
just read that.
Wow. Why? Most embarrassing matches in Nashville? That was the music. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Are you kidding me?
Great shot, Tim.
Freaking serious?
Nice.
Well, not we. I'm the only one working in the booth. I think I got that one on replay. Let's check this out. Look at this kick shot by Tim.
Beautiful.
He can't hit it any better. That was fantastic. Let's watch that again. This is going to go on the yearly highlight reel. You screw yourself in shape like Tom Joss and then come out with a kick shot like little Cheddar.
That's amazing. Good shot, Tim.
It is. All right. For those berating me for not updating the scoreboard right away, watch this. 2-0. We are all tied up. Tell you what, Mr. Schotz keeps getting shots like that and playing like he is. This might be a very short evening.
He was making some nice kicks in practice. Paul Laskawa, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Paulie? Thank you for the like and the share, Michael Parker. Fred Renner. Oh, my God, what a shots. Fabulous. So, Sean, I looked a little taller when I was playing Jesse Bowman. Wow. Go back and watch that. That's like 15 years ago. So that was previous to, and I think I've told this story before. When I first started caddying at Whistling Straits, I started out at 6'3", and then carrying 2 full golf bags. 18 holes, sometimes twice a day.
There's not enough room in the booth
There
for me,
is-
you and your nose growing, Dale.
Decap. Everybody knows who that is. The last name is Kaspritsky.
Did you go golfing just the other day, or is that coming up at the country club with Tyler and Margaret? And you were talking about the other night on the stream.
We were going to go with Dean Raisler, as a matter of
That's
fact. One of the big things that we've been advocating about, talking with Tyler Margaret about, we don't want to step on any toes with the UPL, the new league that it's going to be in Wisconsin. It's already here, but we don't want to step on WISPA. We would actually rather fashion the UPL after what WISPA does, and Dean Raisler and Jeff Gerald Martin. So many of the other guys. Well, Greg Andler, he doesn't really do much. So we were going to, kind of mull that over with Dean. But the biggest thing is, Dean has the next weekend is the women's 8-ball nationals. Tim did it to himself again, didn't he? I'd like to show you what it looks like in the long view, but, this is...
Roger Pregler.
Yeah, we don't talk to him. Keep chopping the cheddar? Oy.
It's nice to see you guys are remaking the Dorf on Golf 2025. I always like that, so that's awesome you guys are doing that.
If there wasn't a copyright against it, I would actually do it, I think. But we can't call it Dorf. We could call it Dwarf, I guess.
Or Dork or whatever.
Yeah. Good one. Oh, jeez. Just hangs with inside the outer points. Yikes.
Boy, he had good shape
What a
for that
great
9 ball,
shot.
too. That was
Yeah.
a great shot.
That was a hell of an effort by Tim. Had he not hooked himself behind the 3, he wouldn't have had to do that.
Right.
But, yeah, that's heck of a recovery effort. Oh, hey, do you remember what pocket the 8-ball win in the last game?
Jesus.
Man,
I'm just here for the color commentary.
when does that start? Does anybody? Where did Tim make the 8-ball on the last game? Vincent Didio?
He kicked it, remember? 2 rails?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Kicked
How did you
Jesus.
forget that? Jesus.
You'll be out of a job
Pay
by the end of the
attention.
night.
Vincent Didio, you get to pay $10. You're on the board. Bringing our total to $159.
So that keeps adding until this is over, correct?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. This is, I mean, the sponsors are going to change periodically, but that grand total, we're going to wait because Mike is not sure what he's going to do. So there's the updated $159. All right, we'll get that out of the way. I'll put it back up there after this game. Vincent, if you're out there, you finally got on the board. It's about time. So Decap says that you and Andy Nikolai are matching up on Shelley Drake's. Stealing your format. 8-ball, 9-ball, so now you're a trend. Well, I'll tell you what.
He's a lot of
I'm
things. A
honored.
trendsetter's not one of them.
I'm honored that you're going to be using the format. That's pretty cool. And have fun with it. Wow. A couple of F-bombs going off in Varsity Club, which is unusual for pool players. There's that Lacey Torziewski lady again. Tom Jeffers. Tom is one of the final 8 of 1.4, which is the $4.99 and under. He is guaranteed $575. Right here from the Varsity Club. Ronald Jones says, Tom, you found a new calling. It's not in this booth, I'll tell you that. This is well, I suppose if Tim ends up winning this match, then there is a possibility you might get invited back. But what's going on, Chad Wagner? Sean Hanna. So Tom Joss, a.k.a. Dingleberry, or Barry Dingle.
Barry Dingle. Get it right.
We're talking about that prior to the match starting tonight about Ultimate Pool League. The Ultimate Pool Boston that was pretty exciting finish. The match that I found the most exciting was SVB against Sky Woodward.
Absolutely.
Holy
we watched
crap.
that. Yeah.
There were 2 missed shots the entire match. Or, I'm sorry, a dry break by SVB and then a missed shot, opening shot by Sky Woodward. Other than that, it was all break and run.
That's such a high level of pool. It's crazy to think that there was only 2 missed shots that entire match.
Out of 13 games. Yeah. 7-6 final score. So what is everybody's opinion out there, if you will, of the tables that they're using? I've always liked Brunswick, but the pockets seem a little receptive.
Some people claim that they love Brunswick. They think they still play better than the Diamonds, like the old Brunswick 3s and 4s, Gold Crowns.
Sure.
I know people who absolutely love them.
That's what I grew up on playing. Well, I had a 8-foot Fisher at home, but then anytime that I played BCW back in the day, it was a lot of 9-foot Brunswicks. So the Gold Crown was one of my favorite tables.
Absolutely. I have not played, and I think Jason Shaw's got all Rassens, right?
Yes.
I have not played on one of those. Of you?
No. Never. I don't think I've ever seen one in Wisconsin.
It's interesting to me. I always tell Tracy about this, how pool differs from the table size from places I've lived. Like when I lived in Ohio, doesn't matter if you went to a bar, everybody had 9-foot tables. There really was no such thing as a bar box.
Right.
Unless you went in a little hole in the wall tavern, but otherwise anywhere else, pool halls, bowling alleys had pool tables. They were all 9-footers.
And I don't know if you've ever watched Collins Newey post up out in Sacramento. So, and him and I talk all the time. And if you watch his stream, there's very few bar boxes in Sacramento. Almost everything that they play on out there is 9-foot tables.
Nice.
And it seems the same at Jason Shaw's place in, I think it's Connecticut, right?
Correct.
Looks like all 9-foot tables. So yeah, it's very. Rodney Morris, the Rocket, just put something on Facebook the other day. If you look around the rest of the country, 9-foot tables are still very prominent, except in Wisconsin. It's hard to find 9-foot tables in Wisconsin.
It is. Todd Foles, 8-foot Fisher was awesome, Dale.
Man, that thing was brutal to play on. I had to carry my little milk carton around that I still use so I could reach the table. But
and in your hands, it probably wasn't that little.
So then, completely lost my train of thought.
Stay with it, Dale. It's not that tough. It's going to get harder as we go. For heck's sake, it's like it's the first night.
We're still in 8 ball. Remember what I said before about... Wait, not that picture. Remember what I said before about blinking 3 times?
Yeah.
People, what is it going to take for somebody to get... Here, do it. Take my glasses off. Does that help?
Yeah. Dale's having a seizure in case anybody's concerned.
It's a stroke. All right. That went in the cue it up pocket. So we're going to add a little bit more money for Michael Taylor. And that pocket is worth $8. So we're going to make that an even 40. Add $8 to our total, bringing that to 167.
Boy.
As soon as I add
just when
that
I
up,
thought you couldn't look any dumber watching you blink your eyes like that, like you're.
There is the updated version of the Pockets for a Purpose. Thank you for all the sponsors. Very much so. This is a really cool idea, and it was not mine, which makes it cool. All right, let's update the scoreboard. Mike Misevicz with
It's
one.
on the board.
The Savage, they call him. The winner of the very first KO challenge. Can you believe this, Tom? Oh, almost a year and a half ago already. You've aged a lot since then. I mean, just look at you. Look at how much you've aged.
Right?
You were young back then.
I was.
Now, I mean, with that hat on and that shell, you look like a turtle. Jesus. I mean, look at you. Just look at you.
See, that could have been your name on the screen. You could have called me Franklin.
I like Barry Dingle much better than
I'm
Franklin.
sure you do.
Yeah.
I thought you said we weren't bringing bedroom names into this.
Tracy made me a promise earlier. I said, I wasn't supposed to tell you that part. All right. Sorry, Tracy. She said that you don't have a nickname.
Dale.
I asked. I very politely asked.
Letting women down again since...
Beginning of time. Since 1966 when I was born. Yeah. Not going to deny it. What's going on, Tom Manina? Fred Runner says when we get to the 15-second shot clock, that is exciting. Talking about UPL. Fred Renner just gave a WTF. What is he WTFing? Oh, was it from my blinking?
Maybe. I'm surprised there's not more of them though.
What's going on, Craig Bear?
Saltzman, hi, how you doing? I definitely am going to like that format of the shot clock. How that goes down. That's going to make it interesting.
So if anybody is actually listening to what Tom is saying,
And they're probably not.
If I would think not.
Easy. I'll do the jokes now.
Including Mrs. Joss. Somebody go over to her house and give her a hug. Oh. Mike seems a little perturbed about what just happened there. I'm not sure why. Oh, he may have passed gas and just kind of waving it away, too. I don't know what happened. Tom, I asked you to do one thing earlier. You know, fix the ticker at the bottom of the table that's going to be coming out of Tim's pants. Watch. Going to be coming right out of his pants there. No, we missed it. No, there it is. Asked you to fix it, but no. I'll get it.
I hope so.
Send a boy. So, Tom, how would you go about accessing that 13 ball?
If he doesn't get the angle here, well, and he didn't, do you come back down and try banking that out? Unless he can. No, he can't. I think you try to come down and bank that out.
Bank it in the side?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be the way I play it too. This is, and he's got a little further would have been nicer because now he's going to have a really hard time getting on the
Getting
8 if
on that
he
8 ball.
does. Yeah. He might be opening the door for another Mike Misevicz win here.
Tracy Joss. Tom doesn't like to be told what to do. Maya, buddy, how you doing?
Is that Maya Hookstra? What? Larry Dasso. What's going on? Tuning in from your neck of the woods.
Ding Dong Daddy, Sean Hanna, is that his name? I never knew that.
That's Sean Hanna's nickname? Ding Dong Daddy?
Maybe it's just something between him and Larry. I don't know.
mean, I can understand the ding dong
Well,
part, but I don't know what the... whatever. It's not my nickname. I'm not judging.
Look at that leave.
Well, I am, but not out loud. I think he has him hooked on the outer points there, doesn't he?
Absolutely has him
Let
hooked
me,
on the outer points.
well, yeah, that doesn't look very good for that 6 ball. You know, I wonder if... Is he hooked on the other outer point for the 3 as well? No.
No, he can get the 3. But it's nothing easy.
Mike's turning red in the face, so I'm assuming he's not happy. Well, I mean, if he can see the entire 3 ball, then this is a pretty easy save. Just hit the left side, or our view right now, the top side of the 3.
Yep.
Put the cue
Put it
ball
behind
behind
the
the
5.
5. Yeah. Oh, I bet he is. He must be hampered by the outer points.
Oh, did he leave that window?
Jump shot.
Oh.
Jump shot coming for Tim Schotz. Oh, does he have
I
a
think
shot?
he's got a window.
Here, yeah, let's look at the long view. How isn't that pretty?
He's wide open.
How can you have a camera? Explain this to me. How can you have a live camera with no balls on it? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't understand what's happening.
There's so many things I could say about your last sentence, but I don't even know where to start. Larry Dasso says, that name goes back many, many years ago when Sean was the man to beat on the pool table. It is good to see Sean back again.
Yeah, after several conversations, life gets hard for all of us at times, you know?
Absolutely.
So it's great to see the decision that you made, Sean. You should be very proud of it, too. Woo! Jumps with a regular
With a
cue.
regular cue. For you, that'd be like pole vaulting. I remember Sean back in the day when he ran with Lat Martin and Corey Quante.
Lat Martin, I haven't heard that name in forever either. Down in Port Washington now, right?
I believe so.
Charter business?
Yes.
Yeah. Those guys were a force to be reckoned with. How old are you?
It's not nice to ask a girl how old she is. Next, you're going to be asking me my weight, for
You
Christ's
just
sake.
admitted you were a woman. So what the hell are you talking about? Tim was about ready to, Mike was about ready to snap his cue in half. How old are you?
55.
55? All right. You don't look that old.
Thanks. You do.
I can't. I'm gonna wear that fucking button. Oh no! It just. I only have a limited amount of times I can push that button before they cut me off. Good evening, Andy Coons.
Racine, Sean Hanna says. The Medford crew is exactly right, Larry.
Most of the people that, between you and I and pretty much most of the people that are in the chat right now, we've got more years behind us than in front of us, Oh, jeez. Oh, and a scratch. Nope. Oh. Again, did not leave Mike with a whole lot to shoot at. But if he can hit the 6 ball and get either behind the 8 or the 4 ball, he's in really good shape. Well, if you look at him, he's really not in that great a shape. You can see that from the camera view right now.
Yeah.
But, he's...
This
there
is
you go.
the shot right here. Thin this and get behind that 8.
Yeah. I don't think he works out. Oh, this is a
Good
beautiful
shot.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Yep.
Let's go to the long view. Yeah, that's...
Another fantastic
wow, that's
view
beautiful.
here.
Beautiful.
At Outer Points
Great shot.
Productions.
Help me out, Fred.
Where Dale puts the tech in high tech.
First F-bomb from the booth. Yeah, there's probably a lot more coming. Hey! Paulie Laskawa. Only because Tom F. and Joss is in the booth. Wait. That kind of hurts then.
Oh.
Wait a second. He called that. Wait a minute. Wait a sec. Oh, okay.
No.
I thought he called it in the upper right. Let's play that back. Watch this shot. It goes like 14 rails. Does not hit a ball anywhere
Wow.
and goes in the corner. That's crazy. So, Paulie Lascaux is giving me $20 because you're in the booth.
I'm surprised you're not just got a little tally over here where the money's just rolling in.
Paulie, I am going to, well, first of all, thank you. I am going to take that $20 and add it to the total of the pockets for a purpose. Andy Coon says Dale puts the high in high chair.
Andy Coon's absolutely correct. Dale's going to be sending you out a free T-shirt for that.
What? No, I'm not.
Oh. I'll get you one, Andy. Don't worry about it.
Tom Jeffers says, been to 2 funerals this week. Thanks for the laughs, guys. Bless you. I'll tell you what, Tom, if you know Tom Joss, there's a good chance you might be going to 3 funerals this week.
Well, the way Tim kicked in that last one, let's see how he does on this one.
All right, this is, I don't understand why Mike just isn't giving him this game. You know, I mean, this is, after the last one, this is kind of a gimme.
I mean, it's a hanger compared to that last one.
Right. There's an entire diamond closer to the pocket. Seriously, doesn't he look like a turtle with that hat on? It's like a 55-year-old turtle.
I don't think they live that long, do they?
No, they're like 30 or 35 years, I think.
Oh.
You'd be, well, no, sea turtles live a long time, but you're not a sea. Do you know how to swim?
I do.
Do you? By yourself, without floaties?
Without floaties. Well,
I bet you got like orange or pink arm floaties, you know, like they keep you up
look at this.
up out of the water.
Good hit,
That's
Tim.
a heck of a hit.
That was a heck of a
and
hit.
the spin on the cue ball afterwards just made it even harder for Mike.
That was tough. I would have had a better chance of picking up fly shit out of Pepper with boxing gloves on than making that.
What the fuck did you just say?
The shot. I said I would have had a better chance of picking up fly shit out of Pepper with boxing gloves on. Wow. Dale's having a seizure again, everybody. Don't be alarmed.
What's going on, Dan Vogel?
Randy Perlick, sea turtles live for over 100 years.
Yeah, see? What's going on, Todd Wilk?
Todd Wilk, how you doing, buddy?
You know that guy?
I do. Wheels. Todd's awesome. He's a good dude.
Oh, Tracy Shaw. Does Tom know how to swim? He was in the Coast Guard. That doesn't mean a damn thing. All right, I think it's going to be 2-2 here.
It's okay to bring that up, Tracy. Dale is not very bright when it comes to the obvious, so.
All right, 2-2. And that is another $10 for Gary Tesh, bringing his total to 50. And the grand total to 1, 177 there, plus the 20 I'm donating back, 197. So let's put that on the table for everybody to see. So one of the reasons I keep doing this, the sponsors that you see there, first of all, very much appreciated for them doing this, but I have 3 sponsors that are already committed to the next match. So if anybody is interested in becoming one of the other 3, please contact me via private message, and I'd be happy to put your name on there.
It really is a great idea.
Ooh, that one caught the outer
The
point.
other points got him.
The hell happened to that? It's never a good thing when you're in the middle of a stream and a lightning storm shuts your stream down.
Is that what happened last night?
Yeah, so you don't have. It's like any other computer, you know. If you don't save your work, that your stream, that you know, the names, the new inputs, and everything else. Tom can attest to it. I'm looking at 160 different inputs that all have overlays and everything else that make all of this work. If you don't save that at the end of the night, when you come back for the next stream, it's not like you're completely starting over, but now I understand why.
You're losing a lot of content.
Yeah. And that long view camera driving me nuts.
Boy. I don't think that's what he wanted.
Yeah, and this is too steep of an angle to draw into that 11 ball, I think. Never mind.
He did catch it.
He did. Got a piece of it. And I think that 15, the 15 is accessible into the bottom right corner. So Mike can definitely get out of this. Yeah, 11 to the 13 to the 15 to the 8.
Oh.
Or
that's not even the Vincent Didio Memorial
No.
pocket.
what the hell is Sean Hanna talking about? Am I getting money that I'm not aware of?
We're going to split that, right?
Yeah, I'll give you the... I got a check from YouTube.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, not a check, but a deposit from YouTube yesterday, as a matter of fact, for my YouTube channel. Take a guess. For 1 month.
I have no idea.
1 entire month. I am actually up to $86 for a month. Yeah, I am so close to retirement.
You're right. This is a lucrative business.
It sure is. I bought 2 gallons of gas and 3 cartons of eggs for... I'm set. All stream work, $12. You're not far off.
Nice shot, Tim. Follow that 2-ball in.
Oh, that couldn't have worked out any better. Now it's a 1-6-5-8.
Todd Wilk. I heard the comment pedals on a wheelchair. I might have to use that one.
Which one? Oh. All right. Todd Holzer just donates another $9 to the cause. We'll get that up there in just a moment. I am trying to figure out a freaking camera. I'll tell you, Tom, that could be a big turning point in this first set with Mike not missing that. Was it the 1 ball down in the corner?
Yep, it was.
Whatever ball. And then ended up Tim getting out. That's huge. Ooh. Lots of balls moving around. Nothing going down, though.
Yo from Florida, Bang Time Pool.
What's going on, Bang Time? Warped Q done mowing the lawns. Warped Q, where you live? Because I actually, when I sent you a message earlier, Mr. Barry, I was on the riding lawnmower when it just freaking let loose. And that's why I call him Barry, just so you're aware of that. We'll just leave that right there for people to look at for a little bit.
Keep shooting that 8-ball in the side pockets. Make Todd Holzer pay.
Right? Everybody, that's the turtle for Mosinee.
Is that the turtle or is that Barry Dingle?
Whatever. Todd Holzer, let's see. 27 plus 9 is $36.
Maybe open that door a little bit, let the smoke clear out of here.
I don't get it.
Doesn't surprise me. Tim's got a nice looking table here to take a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That may end up being a massive miss by Mike. Yeah, stripes are in prime position. He's going to work on these 3 first. 15 in the side, 12 in the corner, and done. This might be a little bit this isn't too bad. He's far enough away from that 7 ball where he could get to the bottom of the cue ball, so he's in good shape.
Got a good angle there. He'll be good.
I think he's probably going to have to draw back just maybe a smidge, yeah, to get on this 12 because he wants to be pretty straight. Ooh. Uh-oh. I think he's going to have to go back and forth twice. Yeah. Oh. He held
Nicely
it.
done.
That's impressive.
That is impressive. Nicely done.
Well, as I had mentioned, that miss by Mike Misevicz is going to prove very costly, especially an alternate break, you know.
Absolutely. Vincent Didio racking up some more money.
Another $10 from the Didio. All right. There is the total. $216 in 2 matches. Not even 2 full matches.
Very nice.
That's awesome. You know what's even more fun? Send all these guys a private message and say thanks for donating. All right, Tim Schotz coming up empty-handed.
It's interesting looking around the room how many people still play with a wood shaft.
Do you have carbon fiber?
I do.
Yeah.
Wheat State.
Oh, heck yeah. That's right. You got that a while ago, too.
Yeah.
You were one of the first, weren't you?
Yeah.
You got the one version?
I got the one, I had the second one, and then me and Tracy both got the Gen 5 as well.
Yeah. Do you notice a considerable difference between the Gen 2 and the Gen 5?
I wouldn't say considerable, but I definitely notice it.
I know Steve did.
He's done a great job with the dampening of the sound. It really does sound, and he never had that tingy
right
before, but it really, he's got it to where it does sound more natural now.
Steven, so that's Stephen Alexander DeBus is Wheat State, also white carbon technology, and I know he worked a lot on the joints. You know, it's one of the very few on the market that your cue or that shaft can fit any cue that you own. You know, comes with 3 interchangeable. Pretty impressive technology. Oh, Mike. You could tell he's lifting up.
It seems like.
Yeah, the last couple of games when you don't finish, you feel like you're rushing your way through a rack. Not staying down on anything here. Whatever, Fred. Good evening, Pete Beshta. What's happening in Clintonville? Wait, Center Valley. Where are you tonight, Pete? Are you at home?
Oh, that was a nice shot by Tim to open up that for the 11. Very nice.
Taylor Collar. If anyone is going to be doing summer cleaning around their house and want to get rid of some stuff, drop it off by Dale or Ronald McDonald. So, what Taylor is addressing there is one of the group members or on the Ronald McDonald House Charity Foundation fundraiser group. Man, that's a long title. Instead of donating everything to Goodwill or any of the other organizations that actually make money off of it, she's actually doing a rummage sale, and all of the proceeds from everything is going to the fundraiser. So if you are in the Appleton area and you want to drop something off at the Varsity Club, please do that.
That's actually a great idea, honestly. For all the extra revenue you can raise, people get a good deal on something and you raise that much more money for
You
it.
bet. Ooh, he's going to be a little steep on this 12, but I think it's manageable. Because now I don't think he can play the 13 first. Here's what it looks like.
What does the long view look like?
That's funny. There it is.
That's a much better view of it.
Yeah, I think he could make that one. Now the issue is potentially getting behind the 3 or the 6 or just hitting it perfect.
Oh, nice shot, Tim.
Wow. That was impressively held. All right, Tim Schotz is going to take set number 1. I'm guessing Mike Misevicz is probably going to ask for a break after this. He's not a smoker, but I'm thinking he's probably considering taking it up tonight. And
You
indeed,
are correct.
they are going to go for a beverage, which means I am going to go over a couple of things. Got a message from about 4 or 5 people today. What does the stream schedule look like? So this was updated about 4 hours ago. This is the remainder of June and the first week of July, or first half a week of July. Obviously, because of Independence Day that weekend, I am going to be camping with the family. There is a match on July 6th, which is one of the Scotch doubles matches, which is a Sunday evening, so I'll be back in the booth then. But this is the schedule for the remainder of this week and parts of next week. Make sure on Sunday, if you're interested in seeing, it's going to be a fun match, and I'll put the flyer up there right now. Team Margaret and Team Tyler, we're going to be doing an exhibition match for the UPL. So, as you can see by the names, Margaret, Tim Volkman, Roger Pregler, Rich Stadler, Vincent Didio. Against Tyler, myself, Chris Green, Jerry Stuckert, and Jason Van. If you recognize the name Jerry Stuckert, he was in the booth with me and did a much better job than Barry Dingle here 2 nights ago. He is the tournament director for the WPBA. Been working with Dean Raisler for a long time and does an incredible job. Been all over the country doing as a very prominent pool director. So he's going to be on the team as well. That's going to be a lot of fun. But this is going to give everybody a very good description of how Ultimate Pool League is going to be played. Not what you've been watching on TV with the professionals, and Tom Cousins was mentioned before. This is league play. A 30-minute match clock and a 30-second shot clock. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Tyler and Margaret are going to be mic'd up for the entire thing. So you can ask questions. You can do whatever you'd like. So
And it's simply a matter of who's ahead at the end of the 30-minute time frame,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
What if they're tied?
So that's actually a really good question, which surprises me from you. So if there is a tie, what happens with the pros is they do a 6-ball shootout. So it's a timed shootout. So if we end up being tied, we're going to have Tyler and Margaret do a 6-ball shootout.
Nice.
So I think Tyler's all-time record is 26 seconds on 6 balls. That's an impressive time. So I think it would be a lot of fun to watch them do that. It'd be a blast. All right, the players have already made their way back to the table. So that was a very short break. We'll update the scoreboard. Oh, where did that last ball end up? Upper left, right? Gary Tesh. Yes. That's bringing his total up to $60 and another 10 on the grand total.
Tommy Lloyd is the 1.4 redraw Friday night. I think that's Tommy Lloyd, Tommy L.
Actually, I think that's Tom Lemire.
Oh.
I think.
Shows you what I know.
Right? Yeah, very little. Is the 1.4... Yes. Oh, wait. Friday night. The last match is Friday. Yeah, so we have the rescheduled match from last night, which is being played on Thursday. And then Priya, Nataraj.
Yep.
She is playing... I can't remember who.
Oh, boy. He's not going to like that.
Nope. So, yes, there will be a redraw, depending on how late it gets.
Because of the power outage from the weather last night, you guys that never came back on all night. You guys weren't able to continue.
The power didn't come back on here until 9:15, from what I heard.
Wow.
And that didn't even include, they had issues with the air conditioning. A lot of things had to be reset. Yeah, that was, I tell you, it was nasty here for a while. Taylor Collar, no, Jerry did not move back here. He is back because of the Women's 8-Ball Championship up at Oneida next weekend. He lives in Arizona.
Good hit by Mike.
Good hit, and makes it.
Makes it.
Fred Renner, so in league play, and I might be wrong on this because most of the time I am, but in
Shocker.
league play, it ends in they can end in a tie, from what I understand. So in league play, there's never a 6-ball shootout. So this is just for the pros, and to show what a great
Nice
shot. That was a beauty. I'll tell you what, the shot that he just hit is almost the same difficulty as the one that he's just about to shoot because now he's on the rail. But that was a hell of a recovery.
It was.
Wow.
Looks like he's getting settled back in now.
It may not look like it, but Mike Misevicz is, I think he's like a 575 Fargo, something like that. And I'll tell you what, he can flat out play at times. It's, like all of us amateurs, it's the inconsistencies, as you could tell by the 8-ball match.
Nice shot.
All right, here's the long view. He already made it. It's just a completely clean table. Never mind.
Oof.
That almost did
That
not.
wiped its feet on the way in.
Yikes. 1-0 in favor of the Savage. And that is some more money from Michael Taylor. All right, we are going to update that. That That is another $8. So that's what it looks like, folks. We are now at $234. That brings Michael Taylor's total to 48. It's awesome.
Good
One
break
ball
by
down.
Tim.
Tom Joss, how would you play this 2-ball?
That's pretty thin. He's right on the. Is he on the outer points?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
I think it goes off the 5. Off the outer point, off the 5, and into the side. And if he plays this with a lot of low right,
He's going to
he
get
could
good
actually
on that 3.
Yep, he could spin down for that 3-ball. It's not an easy shot, but I think it's doable. Yeah, Chad, he tried it. Chad, we lost power in the very first game. And just, it didn't come back on. I was here for like an hour afterwards, and WPS said not till at least 9. So I have a couple of private messages, and I'll just answer for everybody. With the pockets for a purpose, there are, by my count, 15 more matches until the Scotch doubles, the 1.4, and the tournament that you're currently watching, until all of those are complete, which should be done by August 23rd, which is the Ronald McDonald House fundraiser weekend. Every one of these matches are going to have the pockets for a purpose. So that's why I'm looking for 3 more sponsors for the next one. So if anybody does want to, and that's, I believe, why several people reached out privately, thank you for asking. So I hope that answers the question. So it's going to be every single match from here on out until I start a new KO series.
Rick Chamberlain, good evening.
Rick tuning in from Muskego. Sean Hanna, I did get your message. Thank you for the video. I'll check it out later. And thank you for keeping it clean.
Nice shot on that 2-ball by Mike.
You might have... I might be walking out of the booth here quick. This looks pretty close for hitting that 3 clean. Well, if you look at the long view, the 3 definitely goes past the 7. I mean, it's close,
It is
but
close.
I think it goes.
Todd Foles, Dale, am I on your list for sponsor?
Yes, for the... I forgot what he does. Is it Butcher Shop?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Butcher Shop, right?
Correct.
Yes, Todd.
Sorry, Todd. Dale's having a senior moment again.
That's every 10 minutes.
Your number 2 on your to-do list is slightly disturbing.
What the hell? Oh, freaking Roger Pregler. I guarantee you it was Roger. You jerk. All right, 2-0 in favor of Mike Misevicz, barring a natural disaster here. Center pocket. And that goes in the Michael Taylor pocket again. So if anybody wonders why those pockets are $8, the middle pockets are $9, and the end by the kitchen are $10, there's the reason. Most of them are going to get used on that end of the table. $242.
Todd Foles, who was the upper left sponsor for the rest of tonight? Was that Gary Tesh?
Gary Tesh. Yeah, and all the other, and nothing against Gary, obviously. I don't think he's a business owner. He's just doing it personally, which is awesome.
Very cool.
All the other sponsors have either a business or a stream or a tour. Michael Taylor. Jeremy West asked if he could do it on because he is a sales rep for Diamond Billiards, and if you're ever in need of a diamond table, either repaired, purchased, new cloth, contact Jeremy West.
Oh,
woo! That was a good effort. Look at where it ended up.
Very good effort.
You would have never thought of that.
I would have never thought of that.
What is your Fargo up to? You like 4 1/4? A little higher? I'm just wondering why.
415, I think.
415? Just wondering why you're even in this booth.
Well, those of us who teach can.
Oh, I used to use that excuse. Taylor Collar. Yes, Thad Birch did reach out, and I
Great
was going to
bank
ask
by
you
Tim.
about where did that one ball go? What just
Banked it.
happened?
Banked it back in the Michael Taylor pocket.
Jeepers Christmas. Wow.
Tim's got a nice open rack here. Good for him to get something started.
I prefer he didn't. I mean, I know
You
you
want to
guys
go
are
to
good
the
friends.
third
Oh,
set?
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
then I
that's
want to go
always-
to a shootout. We always do.
Who was I? I think I was talking to Corey Scheider. We missed the shootout the other night. I didn't see it.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. This is going to make it really tough for Tim to get out of this rack. Jacked up over the 6 ball, and he has to get to the other side of the 6. Or, I mean, he would have liked to get it behind or by the 7.
Can he cue this with low left? It looks like he's got enough to get some low English on draw past that side pocket. And
I
out
don't
for the
think he can without being on. Have to move the 6 out of the way. Yeah, he can't get to the bottom of the cue ball. He's just going to have to take what he gets. It's hard enough shot just making this.
Oh,
Good shot.
very good shot.
Wow, that's impressive.
That was a great shot.
I don't know if it was worth, like instant replay worthy, but it's a heck of a shot. I'll tell you, this is a really good out by Tim. Taylor, so to finish answering your question, yes, Thad Birch did reach out, but I was going to ask, I didn't know if Corey was going to commentate for your match or not. Let me know. And then I will answer Thad. All right,
Thanks, Larry Dasso. You always know how to get me right in the feels.
Jeremy West just donated another $8, bringing his total to $40, and bringing the grand total to an even 100 or $250.
You ever had Todd Foles' meat?
Seems a little personal. I don't appreciate you asking that question.
I mean, he is going to be a stream sponsor. I mean, what do we have to hide here?
Bring your meat down to Varsity Club, Todd. I want to try it. I want to try your meat before it goes on my stream. All right, 9-ball goes down in the cue it up pocket. That does not count. So that's going to get spotted, and it's really not in a position that's going to hurt the rest of the game or, make it an early 9, kind of out in the open there. But this is a pretty open rack for Tim.
It is. Have you ever ran any tournaments that the 9-ball counts on the break? I know 9-balls kind of, people have different rules kind of everywhere you go.
Back in the day, I did. Yeah. And we still have once in a while. Here at I'm not the tournament director at Varsity Club. We've got like 6 or 7 other guys. And I think the 9-ball counts on those tournaments, but Taylor Collar, what say you? Roger Pregler, actually. Does the 9-ball count in our minis? I don't know. That's just one of the rules I just hate. Because it's like you can't plan for a 9-ball break. It's not an executed shot. Jeremy Gould, you are correct.
You are correct.
Good shot by Tim using that 9 as a stopper for the 5. Now he's got the perfect angle. So now the difficulty, I would ask Barry Dingle what he would do here, but I already kind of know the answer. How would you want to be on this 6-ball?
Not quite straight.
Just a slight angle.
Slight angle. Draw that back.
Like that kind of angle?
I would have left it a little straighter than that, but...
Now, would you draw this or go forward?
Given where he's at, he could... If he goes forward with high left, I think he could get on this 7 real nice.
That's the way I would play it. So now he's going to actually go 2 rails.
Oh, very nice.
This is why I wouldn't do that, because there's a really good chance of... Ooh, this is close.
That is close.
Nope, he's got it. Judging by the reaction on his face, he's got just enough.
Tracy gives me that same look.
I'm sorry, what?
Tracy gives me that same look.
Wow.
Just enough.
Sorry, Tracy. Sean Hanna said good night.
Night, Sean.
Trevor Simpson, what's going on? What's happening in Texas tonight? All right, 2-2. Mike Misevicz has to find a gear to stay ahead of Tim Schotz, or we are going to play a 2-set match versus 3. That's another $8 from Michael Taylor, bringing his total up to 64 bucks. If you're just joining us, thank you very much for being here. Greatly appreciated. If you are interested in being a sponsor for Pockets for a Purpose, all of this money is going to the Ronald McDonald House Charity Fundraiser on August 23rd here at the Varsity Club. And I am looking for 3 more sponsors for when one of these sponsors decide that, okay, they're going to cap it at the amount and back out, then they will be replaced with another sponsor. So Barry Dingle had to step out of the booth for a little bit. Tracy, I don't know what happened, but he's gone. I think he had to go to the little pool players room. He's got a weak bladder or something mentioned. Have a good night, Sean Hanna. Dan Vogel, is it possible to have multiple sponsors per pocket? I guess I could. I'd rather where somebody just signed up for the next match instead, because then I don't have to track so much. There'll be plenty of opportunities if you are interested, Dan. Yeah, so Adam, what maybe you could send me a private message, Trevor, but literally this is my long view camera. Does it sure looks live, but for some it's not. It shows something, but it's not. I don't understand. So I think I have to shut the camera down, which that's fine. So be it. Oh, I just had an idea. All right, this looks like the key shot for this rack. From the 5 to the 6, and if you can get a really good angle on the 6 ball, the rest of the rack is pretty simple. A little bit steep, but definitely manageable. Stephen Kilberg, actually, that's a really good point. And actually a great suggestion too, Stephen. If anybody out there would like to match The donated amount per pocket, please feel free to message me. This is all going to such an awesome cause. That is not what Tim Schotz obviously wanted to happen. Good evening, Jeff Seidel. How have you been? Jesus, you're not even that big. That's what she said. All right, this is the shot he's got on the... Oh, look at what just happened. Ha! It did work. While you were gone, I literally just unplugged the camera. We got the long view back. All right. That went in the bottom right-hand corner, correct? Yes. Wait. Shit. Okay. Looks like Mike Misevicz is... Oh, I guess not. I thought he was walking away from the table. Yeah, bottom right. Oops. Okay, so that is going to bring Jeremy West total to 48. And the grand total... Wow, this is adding up fast, folks.
I was just going to say that.
$266. We started with $139 tonight. That's awesome. Nice bank shot by Tim with no reward whatsoever. So while Tom, Barry Dingle, is just sitting there looking pretty, I'll work on, this overhead camera. Or long, just, take your time. Don't hurt yourself. Folks, you are not going to believe this, but check it out. We have a long view again. Pretty exciting.
Just by unplugging it.
Literally just unplugged and plugged it back in. Got it, Trevor. Thanks for all your help. Love you, buddy. All right, left him really long. But I think he's going to play a safety back that Mike Misevicz is not going to like. It's actually 3-2 in favor of Mike, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, Fred, I think it's 3-2, right? Yeah. Tim's got 2.
Good shot by Tim there. Leaving him safe.
Mark Bell, how are you doing tonight? As well as Paul Hemminghaus. He was here earlier today, practicing like every day. Wow, nice
try.
attempt. Unfortunately for Mike, it's probably going to leave. Well, look at this 5-ball, though, Barry.
He can get at it if he gets the right angle on it.
Amy Bauman, how are you this evening? Peyton Foltz. Yeah, I can't afford one of those just yet. I'm working on it. You know, with the money that I just received from Google,
I was going to say, you just got that big check.
Yeah, I'm 1/100th of the way there. So I would say by the time I'm, I don't know, 65, we should have a generator. Is that what you sent me, Roger? Did you really? I didn't check the... Aw. Here, Roger. At 7:52, almost an hour, can you disconnect and reconnect the camera in the booth? Thanks, Roger. Got it. Love you. Thanks for all your help.
Oof.
Oh. Yikes. Well, not good for Tim Schotz, but this is exactly what Mike Misevicz needs if this match is going to continue.
Don't you have a button for the Taylor collar? That was a horrible shot. That would have been a...
You know, I'd like to steal that from Matt Apple, but that's their thing. You know, I think it's one of the classics of all time, you know. He hit that terrible.
He was right.
I'll tell you what, Mike Misevicz didn't hit this any better. Look at where he left himself. This is not good. And with ball in hand, too. Oh, wait. Was it ball in hand? Either way, he had a pretty simple shot. Well, we got a long ways to go yet before he gives away the 9-ball set, warped cue. It's only 3-2 in a race to 7. I would try to cut this and maybe make the 8 in the side as well. This could be a two-way shot. Wow.
And it was.
Holy crap, did he hit that good.
That worked
That's
out.
a hell of a cut. That's kind of like your position play, right? Do you even play position, or you just...
Oh, I just
fucking
wing, I just wing it.
Willy-nilly. This is a much, much needed game for Mr. Misevicz, the Savage. Well, it's a good thing we have that long view up now. We can actually do a sponsor spotlight. We couldn't do that before without the view. So we're going to start right from the beginning in chronological or alphabetical order. Home Sweet Home Real Estate is owned by Bobby Joe Coons from Waupun, Wisconsin. She's got many years of experience in residential, land, farm, and commercial real estate. Actually sold one of Al Holden's prison cells there. That's where he's living now. For exceptional service, give her a call at 920-345-1055. So if you're from that area and you're looking for any kind of real estate, give that lady a call. I'll leave it up there for a little bit. We'll watch Mr. Misevicz break. All right, we got a ball down on the break, but it's not pretty. Pretty easy, safe though.
It is.
Run the 1 into the 2. And tuck that cue ball right behind the 3. I'll tell you, he didn't play any of these good shots when he was my partner in the Scotch doubles. Yeah, see,
Nice
he
shot.
would have left
Very
the
nice.
opponent with a straight-in shot on the one. This is going to be a very difficult hit for Tim. I think he's going to have to masse around to go right between the 6 and the 8 with a ton of left-hand English and try to zip it back in towards the 1. Actually, could go 2 rails down by the 5. Ooh, he might be hampered by the 3 ball. Yeah, this is not an
That's
easy
close.
hit for Tim. Trevor Simpson, I got your private message. Oh, he did have enough.
Nice hit,
Wow,
Tim. Very
what a
nice.
great hit. Let's watch that again. That's kind of what I was talking about. Okay, that's not it. That is nowhere near. Apparently I need to restart it again. Fine.
It's almost like you're doing this for the first time ever tonight.
It's not surprising. Did I get the last pockets for a purpose? Man, I would hate to miss one.
Ron Jones, glad long view is fixed. Now if you could do something with the booth view.
This one?
Must be talking
This view?
must be talking about you with your bat in your eyes at everybody.
Which view are you talking? Is it this view or this view? Who said that? Let's block him. It's Ron Jones. Yeah, just go ahead and block him. Permanently.
Uh-oh.
Whee! What's going on, Nick Sumnicht? He was the gentleman that was playing last night against Laurie Van Cooey when actually he stated it very well. The match is tied. Well, Laurie Van Cooey's at 0. Nick Sumnicht is at 0, and Mother Nature is at 1. So she is definitely in the lead.
That's a nice
Hopefully
shot by
that doesn't
Mike.
happen again on Thursday. Yes, very much agreed, Trevor, for a Tuesday. That's awesome. Wow, how's that for shape?
Wow.
So the last one was the Taylor pocket. Is what? Who just said that? Steve Kilburn. Michael Taylor. So I did not add that on there.
Big Earl Fields in the chat. Larry Dassel, your father's in the chat if you didn't see.
Wow. Pulling out all the stops tonight. All right. That is another win for Mike Misevicz, taking his total to 5. And that is also another win for Ronald McDonald House Charities, courtesy of Mr. Jeremy West, adding $8 to his total, bringing that to 56, and bringing the grand total to, ready for it, Taylor Collar? We are currently, as soon as I get the overhead table back on, $282.
What did you say we started out the night at? $130?
$139.
That's crazy how fast that adds up.
Right? So I made a deal with all the sponsors. They are, at the end of, like I said, when they decide enough is enough, that's awesome. Even if it's $10, I don't care. Every dollar counts. So they're going to Venmo me, Cash App, PayPal, whatever the case may be. Bring me the cash. And then at the end of this, I'm going to write out one big check or Venmo Taylor Collar or Corey Peterson, the total amount. So I'd really like to, by the 15th match, which I think is, like I said, all of this is going to wrap up. I'd really like to have this total around about $3,000.
Wow.
Would be sweet.
That would be a nice check to hand over.
Yeah. Well, our goal this year is $20,000 for Ronald McDonald House. So with all the raffle prizes, you know what? Actually,
What was it last year? What was the total last year?
12.
12.
I'm sorry, was it 12? Taylor, what was our total last year? I think the first year was 9. The second year was 11. Then we dropped off a little bit last year again. So this year we'd like to make it big.
It's a great charity. I've used Ronald McDonald House, so it is awesome.
Tell the story. I'm not sure I heard this.
I think I told you. So when my daughter was 5 months old, she got RSV, and she was.
Explain what RSV is.
It's a respiratory condition. I don't know the correct verbiage, but it's a respiratory condition. It can be pretty serious in infants and older people. And she developed this at 5 months, and they were going to fly her to Marshfield, but the helicopters also, they took her by ambulance, where she spent 2 weeks in the NICU. And we just stayed around McDonald's because it was right across the street, and it's amazing. I mean, for $5 a night, they have refrigerators full of food, and all they ask is you clean up your dishes. You got a warm bed to sleep in, showers to use. Basically you don't have to worry about anything other than focusing on your sick child. So it's an amazing organization.
Taylor and I and Corey Peterson, everybody that's on the in the group for it, I've mentioned this to so many that I never imagined how many lives Ronald McDonald House has touched just in the state of Wisconsin. The more I get involved with it, the more stories that I hear. And Lyle Gable told me that the other day. Everybody knows Kyle, his son, right?
Correct.
Kyle was in Ronald McDonald House himself.
Really?
And when he was a child. So it's amazing how many lives it has touched.
It is a great organization for sure. When Taylor started doing this, I'm like, what a good way to raise money. I mean, it's just, for them, it's awesome.
Ooh, what a good save. This is going to be really tough for Tim to hit.
Randy Parlick trying to be funny in the chat. We should go ahead and block him.
Randy? What's he doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he may have succeeded a little bit, actually. I find that a little bit humorous. Actually. Well done, Randy. Oh, what a hit.
What a great
Jumps
hit by Tim.
over the 7 ball. Hang on a second. Let me see if we got that on replay. Look at this. Makes it jump over the edge of the 7. Well, it might happen. All right. Apparently, I was a little too late on the button. Because now it's for... Oop, there it is.
That's straight out of the Venom instructional videos there.
That was cool. That was a great shot by Tim Schotz. Fred Renner actually has been helped his family as well, Ronald McDonald. Was that an intentional? What was that? Because this... Oh, I actually think he tried to make that, and then he was going to play the 4-9 carom. Earl Who's mad at you, Earl? Tom?
Larry.
Your grandson?
Larry, I think.
Oh, sure.
Does Tim have a good chance of going into the 9 here? Oh, well. Swung at it.
Nick Sumnick said he sliced his thumb open cutting strawberries, so tomorrow will be fun. Jim Abt said Tim needs to win this match so he can pay for the new wedding. I thought Lacey was paying for all of it. I'm kidding. Just 9/10. Earl says he loves all humans. What are you smoking? For a very commanding lead in this set, Mike Misevicz has to figure out what he's going to do with that 7 ball. And I think he's going to take care of that right now. He's going to run right into them and hope he gets a shot on the 5. I don't mind that shot.
That'll work.
Especially when you come out like that.
Yeah, that will work.
Good point, Adam.
Jim Abt, how you doing, buddy?
Just certain ones, Nick.
I really need to try some of Fred's salsa.
You've never?
I have never, and I hear everybody talking about it all the time. I'm
Man.
like, I know everybody. That's what everybody says. They're like, it's amazing. I'm like,
had I known that, I would have brought you a jar. I literally would have brought you. I would have charged you $12, but I would have brought you one.
Is that all? Wow.
Oh my God! I had it with scrambled eggs again yesterday morning. It's freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard anybody say it's anything short of phenomenal that's tried it. So
I like every once in a while you get a big chunk of tomato in there, or the corn just gives it that perfect amount of sweetness. That was a horrible shot by Mike Misevicz. That was seriously ugly and punchy, and I apologize because he's bigger than I am. Well, most people are, but I think Tim's going to have to go 4 rails with this cue ball. If I can pull my telly straighter up in time. He's going to have to do one of...
That is a steep cut.
There, and there. I mean, if you can get those straight lines with that cue ball, you're golden.
Great shot.
2,
Look at this.
3, and...
Oh, don't do
and 4.
There you go.
Just like I drew it up.
Beautiful shot.
Exactly the same as my lines. I mean...
If you were a kindergartner with a big fat crayon, good Lord.
This is a harder shot than the 8 ball.
Yeah.
This is brutal.
It really is.
Wow. That
Nice
is
shot.
hit to...
Way to knock it down. Very nice. Trevor
Look at this
Simpson.
shot. Watch how long Tim stays down on this shot. Okay, he may have fallen asleep.
Very nice. Trevor Simpson, I know 8-year-old girl's bigger than you, Dale.
Wait, what did he say? I know 8-year-old. What the
Ooh,
the hell is wrong?
That was almost a third F-bomb tonight.
What the is wrong with you, Trevor? You're such a son of a... What the... Hole. Weed. Just because you're in Texas doesn't, well, yeah, I guess it doesn't mean you could say whatever you say. Well, that just parted the ways, I believe, for Mike Misevicz to get right through there. Hey, wait a second. Tim won that game, right?
He did, so it's 5-3.
And he pocketed it in the Gary Tesh pocket in the upper left.
Correct.
So that's going to be another $10 in the pot. He might have a shot on this too. Ooh, he did. Uh-oh. Oh. I like him playing the combo in the side and coming back out to play the... If he hits it perfect speed, the 3 will sit right there for...
Right where the 8 is.
Yep. He just needs a smidge of draw. Not too much. Otherwise, he's going to end up behind the 4 ball. That's kind of where the tangent line is. I know that's this is too hard. Yeah, he hit it off a little bit, so... And I know that's too big of a word for you to understand.
What was the word?
Tom, yeah. Tangent. I get it. Yeah. What's going on, Sean Wilkes?
I used to love Taffy when I was a kid.
What?
Oh, tangent, you said. Sorry.
Fred says, Tim and Lacey get quite a bit from me throughout the year. He's talking about the salsa. Yeah, why don't you get some from Tim? You guys are like best friends. He doesn't share? What a jerk. Uh-oh.
Right? I mean, they've never offered it. Isn't that kind of rude?
That is rude.
I mean...
That is really rude.
Right?
And you still want him to win?
Well, not anymore.
It's another one of those situations just like the first set in 8-ball where Mike is giving back the set. He was up 5-2 at one point, and very quickly it may be 5-4.
So let me ask you, why did you like the combo in the? I know what you're saying that the 3 would have sat there, but you didn't like him taking it all the way up and just bouncing off the rail.
He could have, but the carom off of the 3 ball pushed him right into the 8. So, and I understand what you're saying is because it seemed like a pretty steep angle on the 3. It might have been a good 2-way, though. You know, if he did miss it, stay behind there. All right, this 9 ball to get within 1. Center pocket.
Nice shot, Tim.
And that is another one for Michael Taylor, bringing his total to an even $80. And what that does, check this out, folks, brings our grand total
$300.
$300. Dan Welch has not donated 1 penny tonight. It's weird how, how they end up being, like Vincent Didio had none.
None when we started.
Yeah, and got 2 tonight. Gary Tesh has a whole bunch tonight.
Gary and Michael are stealing the show tonight.
Yeah. Good on you. And nothing going in. I'm sorry, but this is this is the key shot of this rack. He's going to have to make the 1 push the 5 because he's going to run into the 5 no matter what. He has to make sure this 5 gets clear of that 7 and still has a shot on I think that's the mistake of this rack. He needed to hit that a little fuller to bounce it past the 7 and then still get a shot on the 2. But if he can pocket the 2 here and leave an angle on the 3, he could still run into the 5. He's almost guaranteed a shot on the 4 ball. Ooh, that was a tough shot.
Did that just...
Might not be the worst time to miss, though. Because now Tim has to deal with the 5.
He has to deal with it. Another good opportunity for Tim, because if he doesn't think he can get on that to make it, he can play a nice safety there.
Mm-hmm. That's not the angle we was looking for.
It is not.
Anonymous, what did you say? That you had to
That's
retract.
I was like, what is that?
What did you say? We won't.
Wow,
We won't judge
very
you
nice.
completely. But
Nice shot, but he's
actually, what I would do here, Tom, is play this 4 ball off the 6. Give myself an angle to draw into this 5 ball. Because this 4 is almost unmissable. Unless you were shooting it. Because then it would probably be a miscue and you'd end up giving your opponent ball in hand. But
it's
if
almost
he
like
plays
I'm out
this,
there shooting.
I think that's what he's doing too. Oh. See, I would have drew that back. Is he going to take the cut on this? Wow. Or is he playing safe? I think he's playing safe because he's drawing the cue ball. Try to put the cue behind the 7. Beautiful shot. Nicely done. You know what, Peyton Foltz? That's a really good point. If just half of the viewers liked and shared the stream. That is a great point. Oh, look at this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it came out. Well, if Tim can finish this rack, it's going to be a race to 2 to see whether we go to a 3rd set tonight. Ooh. Oh, goodness. Goodness.
That's a roll that goes your way right there.
That one's huge. And a very untimely
Thank you.
move. Ouch. It's very simple, folks. If you go to the Outer Points Productions channel that we're on, hit that, the little circle with my logo. In the upper right-hand corner, there's going to be 3 little dots, and it says share. And then you copy the link, and then you paste it in all of your contacts in your phone. Every single one of them. Just one by one by one by one. Sean Wilkes.
Thank you.
Oh, man, that was such a good attempt.
That was such a good effort on that
Such
shot.
a good
Wow.
attempt.
How did they even get past there? He just missed that.
Yeah, went right. How does it go between the 9 and the 5 in the pocket? That's crazy. So now the only
Wow.
issue to solve this rack for Tim is from the 7 to the 8, and it's really not that bad. Sean Wilkes, thank you very much for that. And that is another $10 that's going to go towards the Pockets for a Purpose. I greatly... Oh, he just said, put that towards Ronald McDonald. Nice. Well, done. Thank you. Yes, Justin, I do. I'm going to put the flyers up there in a little bit. It's one thing I forgot to do today. This is going to come up a little bit cheddar, but not too bad. I think he can get around this 9 ball or run into it. Not simple because now it brings that corner pocket in play.
Nicely hit.
Yep. Run into it and push it down towards the same pocket. So,
Tim not done yet. He's making a game of it.
Jeremy West is donating another $8. And while I get that ready, here's what you were asking about, Justin. So if anybody wants to scan those QR codes, whether you're a Venmo user or Cash App or PayPal, and want to purchase tickets, that's how you do it. All right, let's get to the break. And as soon as he does that, I'll put it back on the table.
That one got a nice kiss.
Well, like I mentioned, it is now a race to 2. Hey, what's going on, Chad Powell? Chad tuning in from his new home down in Florida. Wow. How do you hit that ball and it not go in? Great opportunity for Mike. He's got to get a game back here. He's lost the last 3. So I'm not going to mention who it was, but I just got a private message from an anonymous donor, and I was just kind of explaining this to Tom off air. Muted the microphone, but
Barry.
These are the,
Barry.
Yeah, Barry Dingle.
Thank you.
Yeah. This guy. The turtle. So I get a private message, and this person is going to match Michael Taylor's donation for Pockets for a Purpose, dollar for dollar. And he asked that I do not. He asked that he has to remain anonymous. So your wish is my command, sir, and I thank you very much for that.
It was a good hit by Tim. That one almost ended up going inside.
I think Mike can draw out of this enough to avoid the 8 ball, but it kind of puts the cue ball in the direction of the 6 and the 7. Yeah. It makes it pretty challenging to get on. All right, because of that, and because I sometimes know what I'm doing, I am going to double. Well, no, actually I can't do that because then it would be, yeah, that wouldn't work out. Never mind. Crap, what was he at?
Right on top of things as usual, Dale. Wow. Wow.
I've never been on top of anything. What are you talking about? I'm 5'6" and 3/4 on the weekend.
Good point.
Damn it, now I have to add it up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We have to
pull out the toes.
open the door to let the smoke out again.
Yep.
I mean, you can't count to 21 unless you're in the shower.
What the Mike has to keep in mind, too, that 3-foul rule is in play. So you don't want to get in a position where... Oh, all right. Safe. He's okay. You don't want to get into a position when it's a race to 2 and you get 3 fouled. That's painful. Whatever, Andy. You too, Randy. Andy and Randy. Obviously, both of you need help. Okay, what is wrong with you people? Banks.
Nice shot.
The 2-9
Very
combo.
nice. For a one-game lead.
For a one-game lead, and not only on the hill for set 2, but on the hill for the entire match. Oh, I better give it to the right person.
Must be the shirt.
Oh, it's got to be. Yeah. On the hill. You know, let's get a good glimpse of that. There it is. On the hill. Literally. All right, so that is another $8 for Jeremy West, bringing his grand total to $72, and bringing the total to $326. Nothing down. Shot on the 1, but no way in hell of getting on the 2 ball. You can't see that because Barry Dingle didn't get rid of the overlay there. I got it. Don't worry about it, Tom. I got it.
I should just come in here and do all your work for you?
You haven't done anything yet. What's going on? Larry Oh, wait a second. He's showing. Oh, yeah. Warp Q is showing. That's love. You know what? I think I'll pass. Close to up. Oh my gosh! I tell you what, Mike is not getting. He's
not getting the rolls
here.
He is absolutely not getting the rolls.
HBB, what's going on this evening?
Fred, I appreciate that. That would be awesome. Thank you.
Tracy Joss, actually what I'd really appreciate he did for me here in the booth is remove his frickin' hand from my leg. That would be a nice start. That would be the worst thing he could have done. It would have been better off to just foul and not break it up than to potentially now giving away the entire match.
Yeah.
It's going to be the path from the 3 to the 4 and from the 6 to the 7 that's going to determine the rest of this game. Well, I think this is problem 1 solved from the 3 to the 4. All he's got to do is make the 3.
Dale does like it, Tracy. You know he's had a bit of a crush on me, so what do you expect?
Oh, that was not well hit. That was not well hit. Look at the shape he got on the floor.
Yeah, he could have got a little better shape on the
floor.
Don't you think?
A little bit better. I mean, that really was kind of a poor effort. Now it makes it even more difficult for Mike.
It does.
This thing is deeper than. Okay, I can't even. This is my channel. Yeah, this is than Barry has ever been. Yeah, no, I'm not even going to try. I don't even know where to put the beeps in.
I've heard that you don't know where to put it. Sorry, Lisa.
Sorry, Tracy. Jesus. Got to avoid, if he's going around, he's got to go around the 7 ball. And wow. This was fan-freaking-tastic.
That was a great
What a
draw
great shot.
For that deep in the pocket, that was a great shot. He's
No
perfect on this
doubt.
4.
Now he's just got to pull it back and play the 5-6 in the same pocket. He let up. Did you see that? He
decelerated.
He sure did. Oh, did he ever. Now he's got to jack up on this and avoid scratching in the side pocket right in front of us here. He's got to pull this back pretty good. And this has got to be hit with perfection, and did. Look at this shape on the 6
Very
ball.
nice.
You couldn't do that 99
Ever.
times out of,
Ever.
99 times out of 99. Trevor Simpson, deeper than the Marianas Trench. That's a good one.
Look at Fred Renner. Are those all the varieties you have? Wow.
He does.
That's
He
incredible.
does have quite a few.
That's incredible.
I'll tell you what, this is one of the best shots by Mike, just to get where he needed to. This is the perfect angle on the 7. Now all you got to do is avoid getting behind the 9 ball.
Just stun
And
over, correct?
if he does get behind, it'll be my first successful commentator's curse tonight. It's one of my favorite things to do. Wow, couldn't have hit it any better. Could not have hit it any better. So, folks, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Michael Taylor is going to be paying another $8, number one, and our anonymous donor is going to match that $88. But we're going to play one game of 9 ball to see if we go to a third set. Yeah.
That's what everybody likes to see, is it not?
I'd be nervous as shit right now if I was out there playing. All right, let's go to another sponsor spotlight, and we'll talk about Mr. Didio himself of Gallery 83 Tattoo Company. He is a multi-award winning artist with 20 years of experience in all styles of tattooing. From elaborate gray and black realism to simple small designs, he's equipped to bring all of your ideas to life. So if you want some ink on your body, give him a call. You got tattoos, don't you, Tom?
I do.
How many do you have?
2 on my skin and 2 on 2 crowns I have.
Really? Nice. Oh, my gosh.
Oof. Worst time for that to happen.
And he got away with it, though. You don't get to see it because I had Barry Dingle on the camera. But this is kind of what it ended up being. So even if Tim plays the 1-2 carom in the side, he's not going to have a shot on the 1 ball. You know?
True.
So what do? You play safe.
Play safe.
I'd hate to see that end that way for Mike. I mean,
That was a great break, too.
Yeah, all the Tim fans obviously would love to see it but I'd hate to see the match end that way for Mike. You know, to battle back, now it's hill. I want to see a third set.
Lacey,
I don't know if you want to tell Tim that.
Yeah, right? I'll just not comment on that
Yeah,
one.
we'll just leave that. I don't know if I would have said that in a public chat either.
Yeah,
Lacey. That's.
Well, and Fred kind of
Lonnie's-
outed him, too. I would say they like it hot, but he said, oh, it's like a medium. That's sort of vanilla, baby.
Yeah.
Scott
that's
Bergman.
True. Very true. Lonnie Smith says hello to you.
Hi, Lonnie.
Why do they call you Mr. Joss?
I got nothing.
Me either. That's why I asked. Oh, wait. Are her and Fred together right now? Look at Lacey.
Oh.
They're laughing together.
Well,
We are over here laughing. What the hell is going on?
I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that on the screen. That's a good shot.
This is
Good shot by Tim.
That could be a winning Match-winning shot by Tim.
Does he have a window to get through there between that 2 and 8, 2 rails or even 1 rail?
No. I think he's going to have to go.
Oh, he doesn't. That 2 is. Oof.
Let me get out my very straight telestrator. Ooh, that's actually the best line I think I've ever drawn on here.
If you were in 4K.
Wow.
Jesus, it looks like the Snake River.
Screw you. Why don't you try it? Here, take the mouse. This thing is, I don't understand why VMix doesn't make this a snap to, where you put a dot on one end, a dot on the other end, and
Right?
done, finished. Let's see if he follows my line, though.
Yep, my better half is with Todd Foles,
With Fred?
Lacey, and the Bergmans watching the match at home.
Whoa. See how close to that green line he gets. Catches the 6. But, this is, obviously this is one of those, even though he is on foul number 2, you don't go for a 3 foul here. You put this match away right now.
Tim's got a wide open table now with ball in hand. There's no reason not to be out of this table.
Absolutely. The only difficulty that I could potentially see is the 7 to the 8, and that actually is pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for us, better pool players.
Of course.
No. Jeez. I thought that was going to stay on the
Right?
table.
I did too.
You having a seizure over there? Almost wet yourself. Oh, thanks, Fred. Not sleeping with you either.
Which is someone like most of the Mendale knows. Sorry, Lisa.
You've said that too many times tonight already.
Well,
Oh,
She
this
knows.
is kind of a funky angle for Tim.
she knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she does.
I don't think he's going to have that much trouble navigating this. Down to the bottom rail and back up.
Yeah, and he has the perfect angle to get out for the 8. This might all be all she wrote, folks. Yep, he hit it good, too.
He did hit it good.
Very confident stroke. All right, straight draw. Over to the right side of the table and then play the 9 in the Jeremy West pocket.
That was a nice shot, too.
Yep.
Very nice.
This match is all over, folks. Tim Schotz going on to victory, and that is the commentator's curse if I get away with it. And did not. All right. Little cheer for Tim Schotz. And you know what? Actually, put your hands together, too, for Mike Misevicz as a 575. Whatever his Fargo is, he really hung in there well tonight.
He did.
I
he
think
came out firing on the 9 ball. I thought he was going to run away with it there for a little bit.
Yep, I think he thought the same thing, probably. So I am going to update real quick. That ball just went in the Jeremy West pocket, bringing his grand total to $80. And the total to... We went from
That's impressive.
$139 to another $195.
Almost $200
Almost
in
two-
one match. That's awesome. That's pretty impressive.
Here, you know what? Here's another round of applause to all the sponsors out there: Gary Tesh, Vincent Didio, Dan Welch, Todd Holzer, Mike Taylor, and Jeremy West. Super thank you. And for the gentleman, Paulie Laskawa donating $20, and Sean Wilkes donating $10 as well into the pot. So Thank you guys for that. Much appreciated. We have another match tomorrow night. Actually, let me turn that light on there for a second. Even though we give each other a whole hell of a lot of shit throughout the last couple of hours, thank you very much for being here, Barry Dingle. It was a pleasure. I mean, well, okay, let's be serious. It wasn't that great. But you're more than welcome to come back if you want to for Tim's next match, because he's going to be in the Final Four. So.
That was a good time. Good match between both guys.
It was. So congratulations to Tim Schotz, and we have a whole bunch of people to thank very quickly before we get out of here. There's another match tomorrow. Of course, the I don't know what match is tomorrow. I'll find it.
It's more of that being right on top of it.
Sure. Tomorrow night, you know what? We're going to pause that just a second. You're going to want to come back tomorrow. I hope you want to come back all the time, but I don't blame you if you don't, if Tom's going to be back in the booth. But we have another 2.1 match tomorrow night. And that... This is going to be a fun one. Well, not like all of them aren't, but tomorrow, 6 o'clock, we've got Lyle Gable and Tim Volkman.
That'd be a good match.
It's going to be really tight. I'm telling you that these guys have very similar, very aggressive style pool. So can't wait to see you back tomorrow night. Be safe, everybody driving home. If you're out partying somewhere, whatever. Thank you to all the sponsors, as always. You know what? Actually, I talked to a new sponsor today. We got some more things coming over the next couple of days, so pretty exciting.
Thanks, Lace and Trace, with a touch of Molly.
Nice job, Tom, Dale. You did okay. Yeah, thanks a lot, Lacey. Yeah, thanks for joining.
It's hard to admit when you've been outshined.
Just one more view for the shine. Good night, everybody.